Most people are completely missing where the money is going in AI. Hello, I'm Lynn, and this is Lynn's 10-minute alpha, your 10-minute edge in finding the biggest opportunities. I have a theory. Most people are not afraid of being poor, they're afraid of having money. I call this condition money anxiety. And once you see it, you'll start noticing it everywhere. When it comes to money, I think there are roughly three types of people. The first type is the consumer. Money comes in, money goes out. Payday arrives on Friday. The party starts on Friday night. By the end of the month, they're borrowing money from friends. This mindset is common in many parts of the world. The goal isn't to build wealth, the goal is simply to enjoy today. The second type is the investor. Money comes in and immediately gets assigned a job. Some money goes to stocks, some goes to businesses, some goes to real estate, some goes to cash reserves. These people treat money like employees. They don't ask him, how can I spend this money? They ask, where can this money work for me? You go work for Elon Musk. You go work for Google. You go work for Nvidia. You go work for the S&P 500. Every dollar has a mission. That is how wealthy people often think. Then there's the third group, and I think this is the largest group. These people don't spend all their money. They save it, but they don't know how to manage it. Having a large amount of money makes them uncomfortable. It creates stress, anxiety, pressure. Imagine someone suddenly has $300,000 sitting in a bank account. Many people can't sleep, not because they're worried about losing it, because they're worried about making decisions about it. Every day the money sits there, it demands attention. Should I invest? Should I buy stocks? Should I buy bonds? Should I buy real estate? What if I make a mistake? What if I lose money? The pressure becomes unbearable, and so they look for a permanent escape. And that's where many major financial decisions come from. Not from logic, not from analysis, but from relief. The relief of no longer having to think about money. This is why I believe many people don't buy a house because they love houses. They buy a house because they want to get rid of money. The house solves a psychological problem. You turn a large pile of cash into something tangible. The money disappears, the decisions disappear, the anxiety disappears, problem solved, or at least that's what it feels like. One of the most fascinating things about money anxiety is this: people become incredibly intelligent when dealing with small amounts of money. They'll spend 2 hours searching for a coupon to save $10. They'll compare prices across 5 supermarkets. They'll negotiate aggressively over tiny expenses. But when it comes to a $500,000 house, a $100,000 luxury car, or a major financial commitment, that same careful analysis often disappears. Sometimes the decision takes only a few minutes. I've always found that strange. Why spend hours trying to save $10, but spend 20 seconds deciding how to spend 200,000? Let me tell you a real story. Earlier this year, I met a family with roughly $1 million in total assets. The parents used almost all of their savings to help their child buy an apartment in Shanghai. The down payment alone was around $900,000. The child then took out an additional mortgage. After the purchase, most of the family's liquid savings were gone. The child became financially stretched. The parents continued living modestly. They rarely traveled. They rarely spent money on themselves. Everything was concentrated into a single property. Many people would call this responsible. Many would call it love. And maybe part of it is. But I also see something else. I see a deep desire to eliminate financial uncertainty, a desire to stop making difficult money decisions, to achieve what they call peace of mind. Now, let me be very clear. This video is not about whether buying a house is good or bad. That's a completely different discussion. Real estate can be a wonderful investment. I personally own investment property. I even enjoy real estate investing. My point is not about houses, my point is about psychology. The question is, why do we feel comfortable making some financial decisions but terrified of making others? I think the answer is simple. Most people never develop experience handling large amounts of money, especially older generations. If you grew up poor, every dollar feels precious. And if you've never managed six figures before, six figures feels dangerous. The less experience you have, the more fear you feel. The more fear you feel, the more you want the money to disappear. And the cycle continues. So, what is the cure? The cure is not becoming rich. The cure is becoming comfortable. Start making larger decisions gradually. If you have $1 million, maybe you don't need to invest it all tomorrow. But can you invest 10,000? Can you invest 50,000? Can you invest 100,000? Can you compare opportunities? Can you evaluate risk? Can you learn how different assets behave? Over time, you build confidence. Then $100,000 no longer feels terrifying. Then $1 million no longer feels terrifying. Eventually, money becomes a tool rather than a source of anxiety. And that's the key lesson. Financial freedom is not having a lot of money. Financial freedom is being able to manage a lot of money without fear. It's being able to look at a large financial decision and remain calm. It's being able to evaluate opportunities rationally. And it's being able to let money flow where it is most productive, not where it provides the fastest emotional relief. Because once you learn that skill, you'll stop asking, how do I get rid of this money? And start asking, how can this money create more value? And that shift may be one of the most important financial transformations a person can ever make. If you want to stay ahead of where the money's going, like and subscribe. More alpha coming.